Hey, what's up guys? Prabhat here, and today I will be talking about some of the tips and tricks for the iPhone 7 and iOS 10. But before we begin, a quick disclaimer here. There will be a lot of people commenting the tricks are old or they already knew the trick, but the main reason for this video is there will be new iOS users. Plus, for all the advanced iOS users, you can definitely find a couple of new things here and there. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now iOS 10 has received an overall change. The first is the lock screen. You now have widget space, lock screen and camera. A quick tip here is that you can record videos on spy mode. All you have to do is swipe for the camera and without letting go the camera window, choose video with your other finger and start recording. Then you can bring back the lock screen. Just don't let this completely overlap as it will stop the video recording. Keep holding so that the video will be recorded in the background. Just a quick tip for using camera in the spy mode as this can come in handy at times. Next, you can directly respond to your notifications and also see the full conversations without having to open the app. All you have to do is force touch or swipe down on the notification and there you have it. Also, on Notification Center, you can clear all notifications by force touching the clear option. Now let's move on to the Control Center. We now have the redesigned Control Center with different pages for controls, music and HomeKit. You can force touch on these shortcuts for quick actions. A quick tip here is you can change the brightness levels of your flashlight. From iOS 10, Apple allows us to delete some of the system apps, but the fact is the app is not completely removed from your storage. For example, even if I remove the video player, I can go to the App Store and without having the Wi-Fi turned on, you can install the system app in no time. Overall, it's a great add-on if you don't use the system apps much. Moving on to some new folder actions. You can now force touch on a folder to rename it and also see the apps that have notifications. This is really cool to directly launch the app that have unseen notifications. Also, you can rename the folder with emojis to make it look cool and interesting. But if you don't want any labels or names for your folder, you can simply input this character for a much cleaner look. I will also leave this character in the description so that you can copy paste it. One nifty add-on with the camera app is that you can take pictures while listening to music. Previously, the music would automatically stop as soon as you launch the camera. The Photos app has also been updated. You can preview a slideshow of different memories and also see related photos. Now we are able to edit live photos as well. You can force touch the keyboard to activate the trackpad mode, which is great for navigating through text and emails. And erasing has never been easier, as the more force you apply, the faster it deletes. If you are facing lags on the App Store, you can refresh it by tapping the Feature tab 10 times. This not only refreshes the App Store, but also clears the cache, which may free up your storage as well. You can also force close any app by holding the power button, and once the power slider pops up, hold the home button until the app closes. We all are aware of the new changes on the messaging app. However, if you are not able to send the animated texts, that is due to the reduced motion. You can go ahead and turn that off if you want to send animated texts. Also, you can send your music preview to your contacts, send stickers and GIFs, and even play games together. I find myself playing tic-tac-toe with my friends a lot. Plus, you have a dedicated store for it. In the iMessage app, it really bugs me when the receiver knows I have read the message and still haven't replied. So to avoid this, you can disable read on individual contacts. Another nifty addition to iMessage is that If you tilt your device to landscape, you can input your handwriting instead of typing. The Mail app also have received some changes. You can see all your accounts and its folder on the main page, and also filter the unread messages which was not available previously. Moving on, the Clock app also have a new feature called Bedtime that will act as a smart alarm reminding you to sleep, wake up, and record your sleep cycle. On the Safari browser, you can now browse two web pages simultaneously, but this works with iPads only. Long press the tabs icon, then choose Split View, or else just drag the tab to the side. If you want to export any web pages in PDF format, just hit Share, choose Print, and now zoom out. There you have the PDF version of the website. Notes app also has a noteworthy feature. You can now add people to your notes who can edit the notes. This feature is really useful for group events, shopping, and so on. You can tap the phone icon to quickly redial the last caller or force touch for these options. While downloading or updating multiple apps, you can now force touch on the downloading app to choose what to download first, meaning you can set the priority for your app downloads. Now let's move on to settings. On the cellular option, you can turn off the Wi-Fi assist that automatically switches to data when the Wi-Fi is poor. So turning this off will definitely save you a lot of data. We do have a separate option for Siri now. Here you can integrate third-party apps to Siri like sending messages on WhatsApp, posting on LinkedIn, and so on. I'm sure a lot of other apps will be supported in the near future. Next, from the notifications, you can turn off message preview, which is really important as you may receive personal messages that you don't want others to see. You can turn the preview off on any messaging apps from its settings. Now onto General. You have a new tab called Dictionary. You can choose the dictionary you want to use or as per your reason. If you go onto Accessibility, Display Accommodations, you have color filter options. This is very useful if you are allergic to certain colors or maybe if you want to calibrate your screen to your liking. You can set the intensity for color filters as well. And going back, here you can reduce the intensity of bright colors, which will help you to get better battery life and reduce your eye strain. So I have discussed all the other accessibility features on the previous tips and tricks video. The links are in the description. You can also try switch control that lets you navigate and perform certain actions with gestures, actions, and other hardware. But I'm pretty sure none of you are gonna use it. We have new options on Assistive Touch. That is, you can customize as well as add additional shortcuts. Also, you can set an action on force touching the Assistive Touch. By default, pressing the Assistive Touch is set to home. You can set it to other actions like launching Control Center, mute your device, etc. Another handy feature I would like to share is you can also set the triple press home key to dim the brightness of your iPhone. From Accessibility, enable Zoom and triple tap with 3 fingers on the screen for these options. Drag the slider back to normal and choose Filter. Here, choose Low Light. Now go back and set the zoom region to full screen. Again, go back to Accessibility and scroll all the way down to Accessibility shortcut and here choose Zoom. Now every time you triple tap the home button, the brightness will decrease, which is great for low light situations or while low on battery. If this is not enough for you, you can decrease the brightness via the brightness slider. For this triple press action, you can also set other actions like grayscale, inverted colors, and so on. Back to the main settings, under Sound and Haptics, scroll all the way down and here you have a new option called System Haptics. This basically will give you a haptic feedback when toggling on or off auto brightness, enabling or disabling Siri, etc. Under phone, you have announce calls option. If you want your phone to announce the caller's name, you can choose this action while on a headset, on your car, or maybe if you always want your phone to announce it. On messages, you can turn on low quality image mode to save data and send images quicker. Every other apps has received an update with some changes here and there. That is all I have noticed so far. More tips and tricks can be found on the previous video. Again, link is in the description. So feel free to comment if you find anything interesting. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.